please. We need you now, like never
Thank
before.
you.
We need now. The
I'm
topic
there.
of
I'm
what you wait. I
there.
just
I'm
came. Yes.
there.
So
Victoria is taking
I'm so
over
happy
now.
seeing
Thank
your
you, my
beautiful
darling.
face
Thank you.
again. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless you. Is she there?
All right. I think
Okay.
Pastor. I don't know who is next.
It's
Blossoming.
Pastor. Pastor
Oh,
is
Okay.
here.
Pastor.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Pastor.
Mama,
Good
I'm
evening.
happy to see
Welcome.
you. It's been a long. Thank you very much. Please, we need to be seeing your face again in the Nollywood, please. Thank you, everyone in the box, and thank you, everyone in the comment section. Those things, and sometimes they don't have the courage to speak out. This is as the result of what the background has given us, the culture and the country we found ourselves into. I thank you for that courage, and I pray and wish that more girls will pick up such courage and speak out. And secondly, this whole thing do happen vice versa. Most of the times, the male child or men do found themselves in such situations, but in those cases, they are rare. You know, they are so rare. I remember a couple of times I've found myself in that situation. I have a woman. Then I was doing carpentry job before I got admission into the higher institution. I was to work for this lady, and she started acting funny. You know, I have to drop. I was apprentice that time. I have to drop my tools in her house and rush to my master. You know, so and I didn't tell him what conspired, because who will believe who? Who will believe who? Nobody will believe me. So it do happen both ways anyway. It's good that one speaks out, and maybe solution will be found. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And I encourage everyone to speak out, please. It's very, very important. No matter who, be it the girls, be it the boys, everyone should speak out. Thank you.
Okay. I said thank you for your contribution. But I'll come back to you. I have a
All right.
question for you. But let's hear
All right.
Blossom.
All right.
Blossoming, do you have something to add?
Hiya. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I really want to confirm if this is the Chiego we used to know back in the days.
Yes, it is her.
Wow. I was thrilled when I saw, and I think
Yeah.
it was made possible because people were sharing and tapping and all the rest of them, because I was actually going to do another thing on my phone.
Yeah, that's her. So she has this platform. We meet Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's called the Resilient Roses. It's a platform she set up for women to help women be the best version of themselves. So we talk about issues that our women deal with on a daily basis, and how they can motivate themselves or persevere themselves through any situation. So each week we have different topics that we pick and talk about, and we welcome people to join and share their stories and talk about how they were able to resolve whatever issue that is. So that's what she does on the TikTok Live. So it is something that she's doing to really help women, to encourage them to advocate for themselves, to speak up for themselves, and that
That's
is the stuff that
good.
women deal with on a daily basis.
Thank you for
So
letting me
yeah,
know.
join us anytime you're free, Wednesdays or Saturdays, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. to listen to our topic and share your opinion.
Yeah, thank you so much, Victoria. I've got something to say. Thank you, everybody in the house. Thank you, Chege. Speak in the context of marriage now. Can you hear me? Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
can hear you.
women go through a lot. A lot of women go through a lot because one, the foundation of their marriage. You know, the Bible talks something about if the foundation be faulty, what can the righteous do? Certain
Exactly.
persons go into marriage without having an understanding that marriage is first of all spiritual before every other physical thing, because it's God that consummates both, so that one plus
Yeah.
one will now be two, two will become one. And if you listen closely to the Bible in the book of Genesis, I think the Bible said that Adam and Eve were both naked, but they were not ashamed. That is oneness, unity, singleness. So, first of all, I want to talk about the standpoint of foundation. If you build a foundation that is faulty, you begin from that faulty foundation to continue having problems. So, it lies on us, mothers, sisters, aunties, what have you, fathers, everybody, to teach our younger generation. You may have made mistakes or you may not have made mistakes, to teach our younger generation to build that foundation of marriage on a good, solid ground. Because when you build that foundation on a solid ground, it tends to last longer. Then another thing is the expectations in marriage.
Blossom, today's
Yeah?
we talk about marriage a lot here as well, but today's topic is on how to deal with insults and harassment at your place of work. That's the today's topic, because we do it topic by topic, yeah?
Okay, this is related to
Can
place
you
of
hear me?
work, right? Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
good, good,
Okay, this
good.
is
Go ahead,
specific.
good.
I thought
Yeah, go ahead.
it's general.
All right.
I thought it's general, so I was trying to divert to this context of marriage. But if it's specifically to the place of work, one of the things I'd have to say is some people lack what is called work ethics. Because when you know the work ethics, when you know what is required of the job, you do it and you get away from that side. But some people, when they get to the professional areas, they
Yeah.
start making friends, forgetting that your colleagues are your colleagues, they're not your friends. And then you bring in certain stories that are not supposed to be in the workplace, bringing out your standard, lowering your standards and ethics. Because when you know the work ethics, when you know what is required of the job, you do it and you get away from that side. But some people, when they get to the professional areas, they
Yeah.
start making friends, forgetting that your colleagues are your colleagues, they're not your friends. And then you bring in certain stories that are not supposed to be in the workplace, bringing out your standard, lowering your standards and all the rest of them. So when you do that, you cheapen yourself and people get to climb on that and molest you. But if you're the type that is professional in your approach, you do your job the way it is expected, nobody will molest you. And when it comes to like people having advantage of you and stuff like that, depends on the way you portray yourself. Some people can go the extra mile to get job. And when you get that job, the person that gives you the job will expect you to continue doing what you're doing to service the job. So that still boils down to the foundation we're talking about. And then another thing is, if you feel the place you're working is toxic, if you cannot quit, report it to appropriate authorities. There are certain authorities that have been laid in place to guide the place of work, but maybe in Nigerian settings, some private establishments, you may not have such backing. You can as well quit and find a better place instead of trying to tolerate what in the future will harm you. So that's what I think would help us to do well in our professional places. Thank you. It's you establishing standard.
Okay.
Just in summary, you establishing
Yeah.
standard. You establish standard and build a value system around your life, nobody will molest you. But if they like go the extra mile to molest you, I would advise, instead of tolerating what you cannot cope with, you quit and find a better place for the sake of your mental health and for the sake of
Good.
other better
Good.
things ahead in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what I
just die
want.
in your place of work. Don't tolerate what you think is not right. Because if you build tolerance around
Yeah.
it will be used on others. But if someone is able to stand and challenge it, then people will learn their lessons and put your head. Thank you.
Victoria is back.
Yeah, sorry, I lost
Thank
connection.
you so much. Victoria is back. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's have Ketch. Is it Ketch? Let's have Ketch speak. Okay, before Ketch speak, let me say something here. Blossom said sometimes it's how you project yourself. No, yes, I agree with you sometimes, because some people, depends on how you project yourself. But let's not forget that majority of the time you didn't project yourself in any way other than, decency, and yet that person might choose to still harass you sexually, or choose to disturb your life at the place of work. But like you rightfully said, when it gets to the essence of your mental health to be at stake, it's all right to quit. That's why I said trust in God and also find something else doing. Yeah. All right. So let's just have Ketch speak now. Can we have Ketch?
Okay, good evening, sis.
Good evening, Ketch. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Go ahead. We're listening.
Can you hear me, sis?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay. How is everyone?
We're good.
Sister
Thank
Chege,
you.
that's
I
my
hope you're
grandma's
good.
name. I loved your name the first time I saw Chege. That's my grandma's name. So I know that name Chege very well.
Wow.
So we've been longing to see you for a long.
I've been
I
there.
don't know. Maybe I've not been constant in watching it, but I know that for some time now, maybe because of online videos and all that, I don't come in contact with some of your movies and all that. So
Okay. No
thank you
problem.
very
Go
much. I
ahead.
love you, sis. See,
Thank you.
I work with human rights. I got married. Before I got married, I wanted to join this industry, and then I was already calling Polo Jacobs or Sophia. I had all the list of their numbers. But you know what? The guy I was supposed to get married to said, you are going to the industry to do prostitution. Oh yeah, choose now. Which one are you going to choose? Is that you're going to do prostitution in the industry, or you're getting married to me? Choose one. So in my ignorance, I just said like, okay, since it's marriage now, let me leave the industry, and then I choose marriage. You know, the worst, that marriage did not last for 3 years. It got
Oh, good.
divorced.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Yes, it did not last. It did not last. It did not last because maybe out of anxiety, or I just wanted to. I had to follow marriage, and I left the passion I had for this industry. So you see, and then somehow I was able to settle. After 7 years, I began to do my things, and then fortunately or unfortunately, I got married to a medical doctor, and somehow I lost him because he had heart issue and he was gone. So right now, I stand for
Oh
my
my God.
children.
Sorry.
I stand for the women. Yes, it's
Wow.
okay. I do training for the
Sorry
women and
about
the
it.
youth. Thank you very much. I stay somewhere in Port Harcourt here. I do training for the youth and the women, and then I work with the human rights. Do you know that if I tell you the amount of harassment that comes to my table daily, and the kind of, what women faces every day, you will know that it's not just the women. I also have the boys. It's like
Yeah.
both sex, but mainly on the female. When I gather the teenagers, I teach them confidence. I teach them confidence. Like even in my church, as a winners member, I'm a deaconess in the church. I teach them this self-confidence. I say, even if you don't know how to speak good English, you don't know how to express yourself, but just make one thing clear. I don't want. Stand on that word and keep rephrasing it. Say, I don't want. No. Don't be scared to say it. If you cannot express yourself, at least they will understand no. They will understand I don't want. So, but you don't look at yourself as if you are inferior, because when you bring yourself this low, that is when they will take advantage of you. Now, I come from my study, I come to understand that the children, in the teenage class, the boys are always smarter than the girls at a particular age in time, because they know the right word to tell the girls that makes them fall for them. That is in study. Now, in the same teenage age, a time will come, girls will get smarter than them. Because by this time, they've been able to understand what life is. You fool them around by telling them, I love you, without you, I cannot do, you're the apple of my eyes. And you see them dancing to your tune and then following you up. And then suddenly, I have a 19-year-old girl, I will tell her, if you fall this mugo and you get pregnant, tell me what becomes of you. You will stay there, pampering the little child, trying to go through with your life when the person that did the stuff is already in year 4 graduating. Now think about it. Now these are the words I used encouraging them. Do you know what? I am getting the results. I am getting the results. There is this particular girl. I noticed a particular man trying to harass her. So I saw this inferiority in her. I saw her being scared. I saw her not trying to open up. When I called her, I said, NK, come. She came. I said, see, I observed that this guy is, am I right? She said, hey, auntie, but I don't know how to say it. I said, now, anytime he tries to say rubbish to you, I will call you or just flash me on phone. I will come around. I will train you. I will give you money. I'm going to train you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, this girl said, leave me alone. Leave me. In fact, do you know the worst part? This is this girl's uncle. How? Who does that?
How?
Yes. Yes. How? How? Do you understand how bad it is? How? Who does this? Now, I did everything to make sure I protected her from this guy. And I succeeded. When I brought her out, I coached her. I said, don't keep your mouth shut. If it comes to him to grab you, shout. Make noise, except you want it. Make noise. Let people around know that something bad is happening, so that we can come to your rescue. Me in particular, I thought I'm a soldier. I will bounce there and I will show him. You know, that was how the girl started getting encouraged. She was picking up, she was trying up. Before you know it, she would say, Auntie, come, just today. Auntie, come, just today. She'll start gisting me what happened. I said, no, this time around, don't ever stay lonely there. Protect yourself as a woman. Anyhow you can protect yourself, please do. It is very necessary. It's so unfortunate that the girls are always the ones falling victims to this. And most of the times, they close their mouth. The Bible says a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Speak out. Sure. When you speak out, somehow that is when your neighbor will discover that you will need help. You are in distress. But whereby they are harassing you, and then you say, let me not talk because I don't know what they will say. They will not be talking. People will always talk. That is one thing they don't know. They will always talk.
Yeah.
This mouth is meant for talking. So anyhow, in fact, on Saturday, I was telling somebody, I said, in anything you encounter in life, don't keep your mouth shut. The guy said, what do you mean? I said, don't keep your mouth shut. No matter what you're going through, please find somebody you can confide in. Relate your issue to that person. My pastor will tell me, a problem shared is half solved. When you share your problem with people, you discover that the half of that problem is already solved. Because somehow, somebody will come with an idea that will be able to help you. My Oga's madam was molesting me. I said, no, it's a lie. He said, yes. She exposed me to what I know today. It's unimaginable.
My
Oga's madam.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, that young guy, he was saying it bitterly. He said, my Oga's madam taught me what I know today. And sometimes I will be dying in silence, imagining how I am eating what my Oga's supposed to eat. When I see him, that guilty conscience is always in there. I had to leave that house so I can, have my sanity. So you can imagine. It's still happening today. Today, even as we are talking now, somehow somebody is going through the same molestation from somebody somewhere. So I encourage every woman standing there. Me, if If I tell you my story, they call me lioness. They call me strong woman because when I discovered that nobody can come to your aid except you standing and asking God to come to your aid, you'll be forced to be strong. So I have been forced to be strong in life. And that strongness is not allowing anybody molest me. Don't insult me. Like some people will say, hey, what you did? This one, she's there. Maybe who knows who is coming. You don't dare say that to me. I know my value. I know who I am. And I still believe that I am heading somewhere. So nobody should bring me down when I have not brought myself down. So when you have that thought, honestly, you keep moving ahead. I bless you, man. I bless everyone. Let me allow somebody else to talk. The story is so long. If you're alive, if I'm allowed to talk today, it will end. So let's just say, baby, God bless you so much.
Thank
Bless
you.
you, man. Bless the house. Thank you.
Can I say something, please?
Bless you too. Bless you. Thank you so much. But Kesh, please, we would like to have you again on Saturday because we hold this program every Wednesdays and every Saturday. So please, you can still come up again on Saturdays and share your story. But please still wait, be with us while we allow who else? I heard somebody say something because I need to allow Victoria
Yeah,
to
I
talk.
was saying
I heard somebody
something.
say something here. Who was that?
Yeah, I was.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, when Mama
Okay,
was
go
talking,
ahead.
she mentioned something about speaking of, and that reminded me of an incident. I want to say, mind who you
Okay.
speak up or open up to, because a lot of people are falling victim
Yeah,
of
sure,
open
sure.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sure.
just be careful because whoever you open up
Sure.
to, if the person plays the same game with them, you might, I don't know, let me not just use the word, but just be careful who you open up to. I think it's safer to go to someone that is tested and trusted to open up to, because at that vulnerable moment,
Or to go to a
you might
counselor.
take
Yeah.
even the counselors, because this particular one I want to mention, but I'm not at liberty to do it now, was a counselor that dealt the blow, because you don't just trust people by their title.
My God.
Look for somebody that is tested and trusted. Yeah, that's what I want to contribute. Thank you.
All right, but you know what? I will chip in this one. Even looking for somebody that is trusted and tested and trusted whatsoever, you can still be sure. So I think the best thing is to first of all report it to God and make sure you develop the spirit of discernment. The spirit of discernment is the Holy Spirit, yeah? And how would you get spirit of discernment? You need to get closer to God spiritually. Then you can be able to discern if something is right or wrong. So I would rather say, first of all, go to God. When we talk about spirit of discernment, a lot of people get confused. But another way you can actually get your message from God, even when you feel you don't have the spirit of discernment, or even when you feel you are not prayerful enough, God listens to all of us. All you need to do in that your lowest moment, even in that state you feel that you don't know how to pray or you have never prayed, all you need to do is the moment you mention God, come to my rescue. God comes. Then ask God that question. Who do I talk to? Please help me, God. You know why I get goosebumps? I'm not a pastor. I'm not an evangelist. I don't come out to be praising, preaching. I can praise God, but I know that I'm not a pastor. But I have tried these techniques, and the way it works is so scary, to be honest with you. It's scary. When it happens, you'll be scared. You will be scared of yourself. You start asking yourself questions. In all the way I am, I thought I'm nothing. So God can actually, listen to me. So just stay in that your quiet moments. But God comes when your heart is actually serious in that question you are asking. Not when you are asking it, nonchalantly and no. You have to be in that state that God actually knows that really you need him. Then ask that question. You can say, God, please lead me on who to talk to. I don't know who to talk to. Then when that thing will happen, even you will be shocked. You will get to know this thing I'm talking about after it must have happened. Maybe on your own. your spirit led you to start telling somebody what you are passing through. You didn't even remember whether the person is good or not. It will be later. Later, you will be like, excuse me, wait, so did I even talk to this person about this? And you will see help will come. That's how it works. So, but if it's all about somebody tested and trusted, like you said, even a coach or a counselor, what you said you're not going to say today, it was even a counselor that casted everything. So you can't really know whom to talk to. Ask God to lead you. Please let have Victoria speak here. Victoria is my co-host. Please, I want to hear from her in all the things we've been saying so far. Okay, let's just, Victoria, what I want you to now put for us is solutions, because when it's 8 o'clock now, of course, we're going to end the program. What are the solutions now? All of us will say solution, but please let Victoria lead us now. What are the solutions to those sexual, whether sexual or not, those insults, both from female, both from male counterparts? What is that solution at our workplace? Let's know the solutions on how to handle this issue so that we will not find victim of losing our mental health.
I kind of agree with you about taking it to God, because looking for someone trusted, that can open a can of worms that you don't. The people you thought you loved, I'm using past tense because when it happened, you realize that they never loved you. So I agree with you when taking it to God and allowing God to use you. I don't even ask for people anymore. I ask God to use me to reveal things to me, to tell me things, to tell me how to protect myself, to tell me when to speak and when to be silent, right? Because, one thing we should understand is it's not everybody that will be saved by someone. Sometimes we have to save ourselves because the glory needs to go back to God. The testimony has to be His 100%. Personally, it works for me that way. Every single situation I found myself, harassment or whatever the case may be, all the glory returns to God 100%. I don't get a knight in shining armor who comes to my rescue. God put people that I don't even know, that is not related to me, that I've never met in my life, to handle the situation when the time comes. So I guess it's different for everyone, but my advice will be take it to God. You gotta be, at that point, you gotta be careful. Be careful who you speak to. Not everybody is in support of you. I've seen situations where people see something that is wrong being done to someone and they refuse to speak up because they felt that she was too arrogant. She deserved to be treated badly. So she deserved what was coming to her because they felt she was arrogant. So that's another, that's somebody you're trusting to protect you, but because they're angry with you, they're not going to protect you. So for me, my solution is always to go to God. Say, hey, God, this is what is going on. It is your battle. The battle is not mine. Pray about it. Hand it to Him. You will dream dreams before it happens. Anything somebody's planning for you,
yes,
you will dream it. I dream it. Since I hand off my case to God, when anybody is saying anything, before I meet somebody, I dream about it. So when they come to me, I'm ready for them. I just look at them. I don't react. I don't say anything because I know what their purpose is. I know what they're at. Make sure, be 1000% sure that this person has your back, that this person hears you, and that this person will help you fight that battle. If you don't, keep it to yourself, because the hurt that comes from realizing that the people you trusted don't have your back will make the case 100 times worse, because nothing hurts than realizing that the people you trusted are actually the backstabbers, are actually your betrayers as well. So take it to God, be careful, speak up when it is right. You can speak about what is happening and say, hey, you're doing this to me. That's one thing you don't want to do, is give the power back to them by not acknowledging and challenging them to what they're doing. Now, are they going to acknowledge back that they are indeed doing this to you? No. They will gaslight you. People gaslight you. You can even go and tell your family what is happening to you, and they will tell you, are you sure? They know it's happening, but they will tell you it's not happening to gaslight you more and cause you more stress and more hurt and more thing. So we have to be careful about who it is that we're going to for this support. But speak up. Never not stand in your truth. Your truth is what saves you. Your truth is what keeps you going. And then don't try to like them too much with the hope. You hear people say, oh, well, I try to be better. I try to not speak up. I try to be nice. It's not going to solve it. If they hate you, they hate you. There's nothing that you do that is going to change that mindset. So don't become a footstool for them. Don't become a doormat where they continue to abuse you, they continue to harass you and bully you, and you're hoping that by you not speaking up, by you not reacting, that they will see the errors in their way and change. It does not change. They will keep doing what they're doing. So stay strong, know who you are, be sure that you are right, you're not doing anything wrong, and then go to God for that solution. I don't think there are any agencies out there that helps, but personally, it has never helped me. And we just have to fight for ourselves and speak up, and hopefully we get the victory that we deserve. Wisdom to do what is right, and stay protected. Thank you.
Victoria, do you know you spoke to my soul right now? No jokes. I know we're many here, but you spoke to my soul, and your words just pierce my soul now, because I'm passing through that now. I'm going through that now, because a lot of us, although I'm not surprised, I'm not surprised. I already know it's going to be that way, but it hurts when it eventually happens. I wasn't expecting anyone that I'm close to call me or to, send text and say, what's going on? I heard this, I heard that. But it's all good. I know it's like that, but when you finally experience it, Victoria, it hurts. So you just spoke to my soul now by saying, even the people you think loves you, even the people that stays around you, gist with you, laugh with you in good terms, when something happens, all of them will run away. They won't call you. They won't even send you text to say, what's going on? I heard this. I heard your name flying and they're saying this and that. You know what? It's expected of. I'm not even that type that carries multitude everywhere in the name of friends. You see why I said you spoke to my soul? It's expected of, but I'm good. Because I'm good. Because I know God got me. Oh, come on. A lot of things. I've gone through a lot in life, and it's only God that's always holding my hand. So that's why today, I don't know how to depend on people. If you favor me today, I know you didn't just favor me. God directed you, because it's in the Bible that the hearts of kings are in God's hands. And whenever God wants a king to favor someone, even when the king is not thinking about that person or doesn't care about that person, God will use that king to favor you. That has always been my life. That's why I'm not panicking. But I felt pain because it's happening. Like, I know it will happen, but now it's happening. I'm trying to, I know it will happen.
But can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, though? I used to feel sad about it, knowing that people that you loved and people you thought loved you, had your back, will tell you what's going on and come to your defense. I used to be hurt by it. But then I realized something. I am thankful for them. Do you know why? Because I was projecting that they were good people. I was projecting the love I have for them and thinking that that's who they are, but that's not who they are. And that's why they're betraying you. So do not take the heart to heart. I used to be so angry. But now I can look at them without being angry, without being sad. I give them space. I don't talk to them, but I don't hate them because they showed me that what I was seeing in them was the love I have for them and thinking they had my back. So those people are actually telling you they never liked you. They never were for you. So it's good that they revealed who they are to you. And now you know better because we always, when you become friends with someone, there are people who are deceptive who will become friends with you, not because they really liked you, but just because of what they will benefit or what they will get out of it. There are people like that. But when you truly become friends with someone, you like the person, right? You want to support them. You want to advocate for them. You want good things for them. You want to cheer them on. But then for us to realize those who are not really supportive of us, they have to do this to us for us to know that they were never in our corner. So now I thank them. I don't feel betrayed anymore when somebody, and now I know better not to project my loving care towards you and think that you're a good person. That was my projection, my bad. I'm sorry for projecting that goodness. So thank you for showing who you are. I don't need your friendship anymore. Thank you. Bye-bye. And that's how I read it. And since I started looking at it that way, it hurts less. So I don't have expectation for anybody anymore because we are hurting ourselves by expecting people to be in our corner when they don't want to be in our corner. So that should console you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know why I insisted on having
Can I
this
say
program?
something
I've
now?
been down. Yeah, hold on. You will, Ketch, you will. Why I'm happy I decided to still go ahead with this program. It's a therapy. It's a therapy. If not, all through last week and 2 weeks ago, I've been so down. Even while I was on set working, I laugh and all that, but each time I remember the insult, I'll be like, wow. So I'm happy. I'm happy we're having this program because for me, it's part of therapy. Like I told you guys, we're empowering ourselves. We're helping each other. It's a big therapy for me. I don't know about any other person here. It's a big therapy for me as well. So Ketch, please go ahead and talk. Thank you.
I can boldly tell you, my pastor said something to me one day. He said, please learn how to survive alone. When he said that word,
Fantastic.
I tried to define that. I tried to understand, go deep into that word. Say, always learn how to survive alone.
Yeah.
It's not been easy trying to survive alone, but sometimes when things happen suddenly, I tell myself, Kichi, you've told yourself to learn how to survive alone, so you can always do it. But somehow, God will still give you people that will truthfully stand by you.
Of course.
Recently, I lost my uncle. He stays in the States. He stays in the States. He's about 56 years old. I warned him, I said, please stop this. They are going to poison you. He said, no, it's a lie. And unfortunately, on the 17th of this August, on the 16th precisely, I told him, I said, Uncle, he answered, I said, you've been of help to me. You've been there for me. You've always answered to my family, to my children. But I want to tell you something. If eventually anything happens to you, I will survive. Because I've learned how to survive alone. But because I don't want anything to happen to you, but can you please stop before these people get you killed? And so unfortunately, on the next day, being on the 17th, he was poisoned and he was gone. I was in a very big shock. But because I have told myself, always learn how to survive alone, I had to stand believing God, having faith in God, believing in His strength, and somehow I am still strengthened. That is how difficult life is. Do you see that? That is how difficult life is. This is somebody that is so close. When I mean close, he's so close to me. As he came back, I know what I want. He wants to make sure that I'm fine, I'm okay, my children are doing well, they're all that. But somehow, Why don't you just try and see how you can strive and survive the next day? Not being careless, but even in the deepest of your sadness, there is always this courage that comes. You can do it. With God by your side, you can stand and you can survive it. That has always been my strength. Sometimes I don't depend on people. I don't like lay my hope on people or like being reluctant about working on myself and doing things for myself, because I believe that nobody's owing me. Nobody owes me a dime. No.
Yeah.
So if they can stand, they will stand. If they can't, don't blame anybody. Just keep moving ahead. Keep moving,
Yeah, sure.
keep moving, keep moving. Let nothing draw you back. Keep moving ahead.
Exactly.
And honestly, I turned 50 this July. If you see me, you think I'm 30 years old. It's because I've learned not to let things, yes, I turned 50 July 13th. I learned hard not to let things of this life weigh me down. Because I got God.
Yeah.
God got my back. If I can't change it, I can't change it. It's only Him that has every say. So I depend wholly on Him. And He has always been there for me. So forget it. Have your peace.
Amen.
Have your rest. God will always have a way to turn things around for you.
Thank you. You got me. Always, always. Thank you so much. So let's have Pastor, please give us one of the solutions to these insults and harassments at our workplaces, okay? Let's be quick about it because we don't have time anymore. It's almost 8 o'clock. And the moment it's 8, I'm stopping the program, yeah? Please, Pastor, I know you're still there. Just give us one solution to these insults and harassment at our workplaces.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. You all have said it all. First of all, most of these things, most of this harassment and abuse starts from the altar. It starts from the altar. Men of God have desecrated the church, the altar, and a lot of our women, our girls are passing through a lot from the hands of so-called pastors, GOs. There are some certain things that they cannot speak out. The parents know about it, but they can't say anything. They don't want to expose the pastor. They don't want to do this. Let's just manage the situation like that, which is very, very bad. When something happens, we have said it before, speak out and mind the kind of place you go for counseling. The best counseling you will give to yourself is you counseling yourself. You counseling yourself, that is the best one. Then, when the need to see another person arises, make sure who you are going to. We don't just have invited. Stop going where you are not invited. Most of the parties they go through, what you are eating, what you are drinking, you don't know. There is this thing they call scooches. You don't know what you are drinking. After consuming, you do what? You sleep off, and a lot of things will happen. You will come and blaming who. I think I will be stopping it there. Let others have the floor. My this thing is on men of God, especially on men of God, on men of God.
Okay.
Please, let's just be careful. Who call daddy. Let's be careful about that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I'm going to chip in something on what Pastor Ubagu said. I don't judge people. He said we have men of dogs now, yeah? Okay, I'm not judging him. It could be out of experience of the things he has seen, he has heard constantly that can make him to say that. So let's not judge him. But another thing is, I still want to believe, and I still believe there are still good men of God. We still have good ones. Of course, we have bad ones. But you know, majority carries the vote. It could be the bad ones that are polluting the good ones. But why I said I'm not going to judge anyone here They say it out of experience, what they must have seen on several occasions. For anybody to use such word, let's not judge. It could be that 10 or 20 men of God he has seen, he has heard of this something horrible. But I want us to still believe that there are still good men of God, okay? But at the same time, Pastor, whatever it is, you said, it could be your own experience, and I won't judge you on that because it happens. There are some people you will see today and they will tell you, okay, for example, my industry in Nollywood. You know, somebody will tell you, I don't believe in Nollywood. All the women there are prostitutes. Will you judge her or will you judge him? It could be that the experience he or she had when she was there or when he was there was sexual harassment from both parties. Now they go out and say all Nollywood women are all prostitutes. So the truth is, don't judge them. That reasons or otherwise totally different from the bad egg. They never saw. So don't judge them. But at the end of the day, all Nollywood women are not prostitutes. But don't judge people from their own experience. So thank you so much. Moje, are you still there, Moje23? Moje, can we hear you? Please give us one solution to this. It's almost 8 o'clock. I hope Moje is still with us.
Yes, I'm still here. Thank you. Thank you for the privilege. Really,
All right.
I really
Give us
appreciate
one
it.
solution. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you,
for
my
me,
darling. Give us one
if I'm going to
solution.
say it in a sentence, I would say what I will applaud everybody to have or develop is self-esteem. I think that's one of the things that will also give you that courage to be able to speak out, because some of us lack that self-confidence, self-esteem. We don't have it, and it's really affecting us. So I think everyone needs to work. If you know you don't have it, work towards it and then try and get it, because it's one of the things that makes people to, go into things they don't want to go into, just because, yes, they don't have that self-will. You don't just know what to do. You just want to follow everybody. If everybody says it's okay, it's okay. If everybody says no, you don't want to just say something that will make people look at you as if, and you don't want to be talked down at. You just want everybody to be your favorite. So I think that is it. That's just for me. That's self-esteem. We need to work towards it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mojo. Thank you so much for your input. You're right. Self-confidence is just the key. Self-confidence, have confidence, believe in yourself. It's just the key. And before you are able to believe in yourself, you need to believe in God. Because if you believe that God will provide all your needs according to His Lord, it will happen. It will give you that self-confidence that you need. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Ketch, have you said something? Because we're about rounding up. Have you said something?
Okay, ma'am. Now, I think I just said self-confidence is all. And then when you know that God is the one that sees you. God is the one that created you. He said while you were still in your mother's womb, that I knew you. He already ordained you. He knows you by name, knowing that you have a mission here on earth because somebody called God has assigned you to that mission. So He would definitely see to the affairs or every other affairs that concerns you in life. It's not through human that you are made to survive and be alive through your mother's womb. There is this being called God, whom we serve and call our God, that knows everything about you. So if you have this self-confidence that you remember that He is the one that have called you here, so He won't disappoint you. So when men disappoint you, don't bother. Don't bother, because somebody got your back. That God knows you. He will take care of you. He said, if one door closes, 3 more doors will be open, or 7 more doors will be open. More doors will be open than the one closed. So don't be afraid of losing anyone that want to tarnish you or abuse you. Let them go. They are not meant for you. Somebody greater is coming, because if God say, Nkechi, go and be a blessing to Chiege, and I got what it takes to be a blessing to you, I will not deny it, because I will not have peace until I do that which God has me to. So when you have that confidence that no matter what you go through in life, He will see you. He will see you through. My dear, move on. Move on. You will win. You will.
Amen. Love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who has been watching, who has been contributing, sending messages. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I must say, I appreciate Victoria. He has always been a support to me on this platform. My co-host, Victoria, God bless you. And thanking all of you, starting from Ketch, Colin, Blossoming, Pastor Obego, right? Pastor Obego and Moje. And I guess one of us dropped initially, maybe network issues. Please, I want you all to know that I truly appreciate all of you and all the words of encouragement. At least I need all those words of encouragement. When it comes from, someone, it's appreciated. Even if it didn't come, I'm okay. But so long as it's coming from you guys, I really appreciate it. And I want to thank all of you. And I also pray that God blesses you people in all your endeavors and also protects you people. Right? Thank you so much. All the people here watching, sending gifts, we truly, truly appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you. I may not be mentioning names, like calling each and every one of you one by one, but I want you to know that you watching me right now, I truly appreciate you because we're doing this program to empower and lift each other up. And I must say, I came up, I was happy. I would say I'm angry. No, I'm not angry, but I know I was disturbed within me. But you all lifted my spirits through this program, contribution, empowerment, and all that. So God bless all of you. So please, Victoria, can you close this for us? I will appreciate that.
All right, absolutely. Thank you again to our beautiful hostess. We love you. We thank you for this platform and to every single person who shared their story, who gave suggestions, advice. We thank you and we hope that you will join us next Saturday at 5 p.m. Please come, bring your friends, your husbands, boyfriends, whoever. We'll love to hear from you guys and hear more things that will help us make our lives better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we've come to the end of the program. Until on Saturday, we're going to host another one by 5 p.m. Please don't forget. By 5 p.m. Yeah, Ketch. See you on Saturdays. Yeah. Time is 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Yeah, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Bye.